Okay, let's take a look at this. This is interesting. Ray Daniels. Shout out to Ray Daniels. Let me just see who is Ray Daniels. Ray Daniels. Because I've seen him. I know his show. I've seen like... Oh, he's a Canadian? Is this? I don't think this is the guy. Uh, this is him for sure. Okay, Ray Daniels is a Canadian music exec. Okay, so he is an exec from Canada. Oh, he's Canadian at least. Founded Anthem Records and Moon Records. Shout out to bro. Okay. So he's a music exec. You know what I mean? Music business, industry. Safe to say he's connected. He kind of knows a little more than the average person may know about music, about the industry, about shit like that. So let's look at this clip. Ray Daniels believes Kanye West going at Kendrick for being on the Playboy Cardi album was a ploy by him to show Drake his loyalty. He thinks Drake and Kanye West will collab again. I guess we'll do a collab album. Because, like I said, punctuation and grammar, that shit is not, that's a lost art in the term, in tweets. And it doesn't have to be, but when I'm reading shit, I be trying to compute what it says. And then I see he thinks Drake and Kanye West will do a collab album. I'm like, wait, that ain't proper English. He meant do. They meant do. So they may do a collab album. Let's look into that. I can show you exactly what he was referring to. The tweet that Kanye put out, or Ye. I don't want to be disrespectful. But let's listen to the video first. Let's see.
World knows you inspired this for me. And I'm like, that's all I need. Just tell them that. But I think the powers that be are sitting back because let's be clear. The powers that be want Drake to win. The powers that be need Drake to win. Let's be clear. Drake is, what they call, what's the word I'm looking for? He will cooperate with the system, right? So you need Drake to win. He's actually.
Good point. And let's stay there for a little bit. This is why it's so confusing what has happened last year, where everybody basically turning on him. It was calculated. It was like a targeted attack. All of the things. They do need him to win, though. That's why I'm confused as to what's the end result of the quote-unquote industry going against him. Like he just said, they need Drake to win because for the last 10 fucking 15 years, 10 plus years anyways, Drake has been the industry darling. Like he's been the prototype of what the industry wants. You know what I'm saying? He's not quote-unquote independent, although he makes phenomenal money because he does these major deals with the actual label, not no 360 type thing. You know what I mean? He has a huge stake in his career, I should say. It could be a lot better if he owned all of his masters and owned everything. So there's two sides to that. Why would they take him down because he's now asking for more money when realistically they need him to continue growing their fucking business unless they found a new person in Kendrick to do that, where I'm not gonna lie, I was surprised to see him on Cardi's album. My first few listens, I was like, I don't know. Let's get into the Ye tweet and we'll get back to this because it relates back to how I felt and what this video is essentially about. When I first heard it, I was just like, I don't know if I needed Dot on here. It's odd. But after further review, I was like, you know what? This doesn't sound too bad. So let me just show the tweet just for the context. And where is it? Here it is. I don't like Kendrick Lamar's music. He raps very good, but I didn't need to hear him on Cardi album. Okay, that's what I thought too when I first heard it. Like I said, I didn't even hear it in its entirety still to this day. It did grow on me at this point. So let's let him continue.
The perfect thing for the system, right? He's half black, half white. We already talked about nigga Yamaka, right? He's friendly.
What? That's crazy. Nigga Yamaka is insane, Ray. Wow.
He's all these things. He lets everybody in. He's bigger than everybody. So the industry needs Drake to win more than they need Kendrick to win. Kendrick brings in troublemakers.
He's spitting facts right now. Is he 100% true? I don't know. It's his opinion. Does he have inside information that we don't? Possibly. But he's spitting facts. Let's just go back to that topic or that point.
He lets everybody in. He's bigger than everybody. So the industry needs Drake to win more than they need Kendrick to win. Kendrick brings in troublemakers. Drake brings in hits. Kendrick brings in trouble. He brought trouble to, and what I mean by trouble, I'm not talking about to us, I'm talking about to the system, right? Kendrick is doing songs like We Gonna Be All Right and fucking To Pimp a Butterfly, and he's talking about the fucking injustices, and Drake is just talking about getting money, fucking bitches, having fun. Who the fuck you think the system wants to win, guys? Drake. So I'm thinking that the system is, these guys at the top are like, how can we save our favorite? Because let's be clear, there will be residue if Drake fucking falls off. There will be residue. You got to remember how many other artists that he helped. You got to remember, it's like when one tide rises, the other ones fall. There will be residue if Drake doesn't come back.
Residue is a wild word to say in this context. Pause all of that. But he is spitting. Go ahead. Go do your thing, Ray.
We will need a new king. We're talking about the #1 streaming rapper for the last 10 years in a row.
Preach!
If we're going to need a new king, then who is it going to be? Who's even close? They don't want Kendrick to be the king. Kendrick is too fucking black. So I think that this person who is very powerful, very rich, very successful, figured out y'all two need each other. Because think about it. What is Kanye walking around with his shirt on, with a what on it? A swastika. Drake is a Jew. So now when Drake stands next to Kanye, that goes away, right? When Kanye stands next to Drake, when Drake stands next to Ye, remember, Ye gonna give him the hardest records. Nigga, it's always big business, but I'm thinking from Ye perspective, what can be the one thing that no one saw coming? Me and the nigga that y'all all went against coming at all of y'all now. I might be wrong. I know I have no insight, none of that, but I'm saying the way I think, why would he be trying to go against Kendrick unless he needed smoke with Kendrick? Because what's the famous saying? Your enemy, if you and me have the same enemies, then who will?
The enemy of my enemy is my friend, is what he's trying to say.
We allies now. Now they become allies. I might be wrong. I might be crazy, but
hey, I need that product placement. You see how he got that backwood right there? I'm going to need that product placement soon. We get in there, though. We get in there, y'all. Let's not make this about me. I'm sorry.
What other reason would Ye go at him? Ye is going at, he's going at Jewish people and the blackest of the blackest rappers? Like, nigga, what are you doing? I think he has a plan. I think his plan is to come back with Drake. I think it's to drop an album. I might be 100% wrong.
Let's speculate a little bit. He's making a lot of sense. Some of them could be reaches. It is a cool theory to think about. It is fun. Let's just even speculate on if this is a possibility. A collab album with Drake and Ye? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, how fucking phenomenal that would be. Man. Drizzy and Ye? Fire. There's going to be unlimited fire on that motherfucker. So, let's go back to some of his points here. Is Ye purposely going at Dot? Because, that's the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Clearly, Dot and Drake are at this point. Ye says what he says about the Cardi album. Dot is all on the Cardi album. It was alleged that Dot was the creative director of the album. Some people denied it. Academics said Cardi told it to him straight from him. Who knows? Maybe that was a thing where a conversation that Cardi and Kendrick had, or maybe the labels. And it was like a behind the scenes talk that they had that he might have gotten some credit for, or, a little EP credit. And it wasn't really discussed with anybody else, so only them would know. Cardi telling this to academics, it doesn't mean it's any less valid because Axe said it. I'm gonna take him at his word. He said Cardi told him personally. I'm gonna say that this might be a true thing between them. Maybe nobody else knows, because Filthy, shout out to Filthy, the producer, came out and basically was like, yo, nah, fuck that. This is Cardi album. Who knows? I think there is some validity to the fact that, because Ye is calculated. As much as Ye does wild, outrageous shit, he does it intentionally. Do I agree with most of the shit? I can't say that I do. He bugs out. He wilds out. But he's a fucking billionaire, so it's like, what can you tell him? Does it make it right? Hell no. But, hey, everybody has the free will to do whatever they want. He's calculated, is my point. He wouldn't just randomly start going at Kendrick at this moment when Kendrick is having his time. Like, this is Kendrick's moment. It's since last year. It's going on a full year of this being like his moment. It's wild, because as long as he's been out and how successful he has been, I don't think he's ever had one of these moments. Because why? Drake has been at the top for so goddamn long. Nobody could have did anything to knock him down, except if all of the industry execs and everybody come together as a collective to knock him down. Even if it's not true, even if the numbers are still up there, because, I mean, the last album sold pretty well. Even if that's not true, the perception is what rules. That's what reigns supreme all the time, is fucking perception. So if the perception of what this collective, this cabal of people came together and conspired to take down Drake, if they could just get the perception of him knocked down a peg and boost Kendrick's, I mean, I can see why Kanye would want to align with that. Where was I going with that in terms of, because I'm going to let the rest of the clip play, but, I wanted to show the lyrics from the record where Drake is talking about the higher ups coming together to try to diminish his resume or his record. What song is that? Damn. I think it's on What a Time to Be Alive. What Future, of all people. What a Time to Be Alive. What's that record called? Is it 30 for 30? I think it's 30 for 30. 30 for 30 freestyle Drake. Here we go. But it definitely is 30 for 30. Here it is. Boom. Full lyrics. 30 for 30. Never thought I'd be talking from this perspective, but I'm not really sure what else you expected when the higher-ups have all come together as a collective with conspiracies to end my run and send me a message. 40, did you get the message? Because I just checked my phone and I didn't get it. I mean, I say hats off for a solid effort, but we didn't flinch for a second. We got our shit together. Yeah, we're not here to fight. I mean, damn, bro. This nigga has been talking. This is 2015. This is 10 years ago. This shit is 10 years in the making. Drake? I mean, the boy's good, bro. The nigga is phenomenal. What can we say? I might have to play the goddamn record. Fuck that. That shit too good. If he calculated all of this shit 10 years ago and it actually came to fruition where he knew this was going to happen, hey, yo, eventually they going to get tired of me. Even though they love me and they need me, they going to get tired of me. Let's just take a listen.
Yeah. Never thought I'd be talking from this perspective, but I'm not really sure what else you expected when the higher ups have all come together as a collective with conspiracies to end my run and send me a message. 40, did you get the message? Cause I just checked my phone and I didn't get it. I mean, I say,
hey, the boy is good. So let's let Dre get back to his point. But all of this, as a conspiracy theory, is fun. It sounds good.
Drop a single, but I think that he's trying to show Drake, nigga, you can trust me. I'ma diss that nigga. I'm gonna go at that nigga. Don't worry, you sit back. Remember, he tweeted a few days ago, I love Drake. He's really this. I want him to speak at my funeral. Like, he's doing all these things to kiss up to Drake, to partner with Drake, to get what he needs, the same way he kind of did what he did with Hove, to get what he needed. Yeah, it's brilliant. They all smart, but to me, it's like, this is too low for somebody to not have a bigger plan that they go on. I just can't see it being like that.
And mind you, like, a while back, I think when he did the interview with
I hate podcasts and shows, and this is nothing against Ray. I hate when niggas off camera is talking and trying to chime in. And honestly, you are a part of the conversation when you doing this content. You know what I mean? As much as I talk to y'all in the chat, there's literally no one here, so I don't get feedback unless it's words in the chat. I just hate when people are talking from off mic, off camera. At least have a microphone, bro. Like we I guess maybe we're spoiled because content is so good nowadays to where the audio change of an actual mic being spoken into and then just off camera in the background. It's a pet peeve of mine, but maybe I'm a snob.
in LA or something like
Justin
that.
LaBoy.
Justin LaBoy. He did say that the only person that can beat Kendrick in the battle is
You rap against Kendrick Lamar is really, it's a difficult task, but perhaps it's something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a psycho genius, so
Yeah.
you know it could be.
Psycho genius. Yeah, yay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you have it. Do not rap against Kendrick Lamar
Unless you're a psycho genius
unless
like
you're
me.
a psycho genius like Ye. Who's your big three?
Dylon. Yay. That's it.
Boom. He's setting the stage. Kanye is Vince fucking McMahon. He understands. Remember,
Ooh, I love the comparison. Whoa, we might have to do a deep dive on that. Kanye is Vince McMahon.
the reason I say Vince McMahon, he went from being the nigga in wrestling to the only nigga in wrestling when he became the villain in wrestling. When he tapped the Mr. McMahon character came. Because now there's no more heels. In wrestling they call it heels. There's no more heels. The heels are now, he become the ultimate heel. He's considered the greatest heel of all time. A heel.
Please check out that Mr. McMahon doc on Netflix if y'all haven't. Shout out to Ray Daniels. I'm gonna check out more of his content. I enjoyed his take, and it did spark thought for me for sure. But Mr. McMahon miniseries came out last year. Documentary. He's actually in it. They have other wrestlers in there: John Cena, The Rock, Stone Cold. Phenomenal documentary. It gives you the entire breakdown of how the WWF, now WWE, rose to fame. Just watch it. I don't want to stray too far away from what we were just talking about. But shout out to Ray Daniels, man. I appreciate this. Like I said, I'm gonna probably tune into a lot more of his content. I wasn't familiar with your game, sir. This is called the Radar Report. Great name. I love it. He kind of looks like, and I mean this in no disrespect to either one of these brothers, he reminds me of Star in the face. Star, remember Star and Buck Wild from Hot 97? You probably don't. You probably don't. Y'all gonna call me Unc, but I don't give a fuck. Shout out to Ray Daniels, man. I like that take. Let's just watch the rest of the clip here.
Heel in wrestling is the bad guy. I believe that Ye is watching people like Vince, Walt Disney, and I think he's on I think he's on another 40-year run in his mind. Like he's like, I'm gonna be doing this till I'm 80, but I think that he's trying to find a way to get with Drake and do that shit. But what else we talking about?
Good take, bro. Good take. I did enjoy that. It did spark some thought. It made me think of that 30 for 30 record. That was 10 years ago on a collab album with Future. Is that actually gonna probably happen? I think the chances are highly unlikely. I don't think Drake is fucking with anybody at this point. I'll be surprised to see him on a feature with anybody out in this space all this year. If we're being honest, maybe outside of like Thug. I can't really think of anybody else, honestly, that outside of his guys. Party, Gordo, you know what I'm saying? Outside of his team, his family. I don't see it, man. I don't see it, man.